This is Adam Gorney, Rivals.com, here with new five-star quarterback Dante Moore. And some said it should have come sooner. And as we go
Yeah.
through the rankings process here, the quarterback position is absolutely loaded this year. Joining that top group, what does it mean to you, and just being at that five-star level?
It's a blessing. I really appreciate this moment. Like I said, I've been working really hard, for this moment. And like I said, it's a blessing. I appreciate you guys for doing this. And I got still a lot more work to do.
Recruiting is obviously in focus, and a lot has been going on. Some visits, some changes. Let's talk about that Oregon trip that you took. What did you see out there? Why were you intrigued to get out there? And what did Coach Lanning and those guys have to say?
Starting from the facilities, it's crazy. It's like top notch for sure. Since it's a Nike school, so they're gonna have everything that a lot of universities don't have. And meeting the coaching staff, me and Coach Dillingham, ever since he was at Florida State, we've always had a strong, connection with each other. But me and Coach Lanning, seeing him for the first time in person, the fire that he has in him is just like a blessing. He's a great head coach. Going to be a great head coach. He knows for sure what he's doing. He just came off a national championship with Georgia, so him being the head of the staff is going to be a blessing for that, for that university. But like I said, the visit was awesome.
Some of the schools closer to home that have been long, involved with you. Michigan is one. There's no doubt that they're going to be a player in your recruitment. How do you kind of see them now with the offensive coordinator gone? But you also have tremendous connections there with other coaches.
Right. With Coach Gaddis, like I said, the OC leaving. That's a real huge like impact for the team. But like I said, Coach Harbaugh, Coach Weiss, other great coaches on the staff. They're still going to hold it down on the offensive side of the ball. Coach Gaddis going down to Miami was a big, huge impact, like I always say. But they should be all right. It's a big change, but they should be all right though.
How closely, honestly, were you watching the Jim Harbaugh news and the NFL rumors? And it seems like it happens often.
Yeah, I was really close. I was refreshing my Twitter every minute, to see what's going on because there's a school I'm really close with right now. Of course, everybody knows, and a head coach leaving a school that you've been really close with for years is really huge. So I guess I was refreshing my Twitter page, and when I heard the news he's staying, man, I was feeling really good about it because like I said, we have a real strong connection. And like I said, if you would have went to the NFL, I'm not saying it would have been a blow off, by the school, but me and him having that strong connection was really important, and him staying is for sure a big impact for that.
Michigan State, they just took a quarterback commitment, but you've told me multiple times now that you're still looking at
All
them
right.
heavily. What is it about them and Mel Tucker that makes you want to keep them high on the list?
Like I said, when Coach Tucker first came in, and he brought the staff with him. They've been real since day one. Me and Coach Jay have had a really strong relationship, even on the visits, on the phone, and just interacting with each other basically every day through the week. So, them doing that, monthly was just like really important. Them keeping a strong connection between us, and when they took the quarterback, I think his name's Bo. It's a blessing for him. Him going to school. Like I said, they're still gonna be a top list for me because how much they appreciate me, how much they took in for me, and like I said, I really love the campus. It's an in-state school. So like I said, I still gotta love them, of course.
Yeah, what's important here is that you're staying open to everybody, but two schools also that you've mentioned a lot before and might be discounted a little bit by some people, probably shouldn't be Notre Dame and Penn State. What do you like about each? How have they been recruiting you, and where do they kind of stand for you?
With Notre Dame, Coach Reese, and Coach Freeman, it was Coach Kelly, but like I said, me and Coach Kelly is still cool. Down there at LSU, we're still talking. But with Coach Freeman getting the head job, me and him really talked that much on visits because he was on the defensive side of the ball. But like, me and him is really close now. Be on the phone. He came up here to visit, and like I said, we talked, on the daily, to be honest. And Coach Reese, ever since Notre Dame offered me, even before we was all talking, and we've been having a couple of Zooms, just talking with me and my family and seeing how that thing's going. But Notre Dame is a great school, winning school. Is really known for the history of the school and academics for sure. Academics plays a real big part of my recruitment. And like I said, it's a great university. And with Penn State, Coach Urich, Coach Franklin over there. Like I said, the most important thing is how they treat Detroit players. A lot of Detroit players went to that university. Like I said, especially one being Jalen Reed. Like I said, the way they took care of him, the way they tell me about that school and how they treat him is like really a big step for them. Like I said, it's a great team, great offense. They provide, produce great players. Clifford's coming back this year, and that's really a great thing. He's going to produce more film. And like I said, they're always going to have receivers, playmakers around you. So, like I said, it's a great university, and I love being down there.
One other one to watch that might get interesting here. We'll see as March comes and taking visits, and you said you want
Right.
to take officials and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be important. Is Miami with Coach Gaddis there, with what Mario Cristobal has already done there. It feels like he's kind of bringing the that U culture back a little bit. How important is that you want to maybe see that and get a feel for it?
Like I said, when I was down there, when I visited Miami, me and Coach Cristobal for the first time, like I said we was sitting down there talking for a while, and he said that he's really taking his time on recruiting coaches, for the jobs, and he said he's not going to recruit anybody. He's going to take his time. I can see he took months or a couple weeks, to pick a OC, and like I said, they got Coach Gaddis, and me and Coach Gaddis is really, really close with each other, and we talk, basically on a daily basis, and I've been up there 1,000 times. We talked ball, we talked about life and everything, so him getting his coaching staff is like building his coaching staff is like really huge because he's building a future program, a real powerhouse team that's gonna be back like in the past how they were back in the U. So like I said, it's gonna be a really big impact. I really appreciate them, and like I said, I'm gonna get down there soon, and like I said, just keep going from there.
Last thing, Dante, real quick. 23s are coming off the board at a rapid pace. A lot of
Right.
quarterbacks, especially, come off early. Any pressure to make a commitment? What is your timeline to get this done?
I get this question 1,000 times a day, and like I said, I'm just really try to enjoy this process. Like it's a one-time thing in my life. I'm not gonna be able to get this back, so I'm really trying to soak it all in and enjoy every single bit of it. And like I said, taking all these visits, I'm enjoying the campuses, enjoying the coaching staff, and with my timeline, I'm not really trying to be committing soon. Like I said, I still got to take all my officials and take all my other visits, but like I said, I'm just really trying to enjoy it, soak it all in, and just keep going from here. So I really don't have no timeline yet.
Perfect. That is new 5-star quarterback Dante Moore here with Adam Gorney for Rivals.com.